Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting tutorial on Code with Row. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Today we're diving into a crucial topic for web development, CSS aspect ratio and sizing. Let's get started. So aspect ratio is important because it defines the proportional relationship between the width and height of an element. And this is useful when dealing with responsive designs, ensuring your elements look great on any screen size. Aspect ratio is width slash height. So for instance, a 16:9 aspect ratio is common for videos, and it ensures that the width always stays 16 units wide, while the height is 9 units. So let's jump into some code and let's see what we can work with. So I have this project that has an index.html and a style.css, which is connected here by using this link tag, and the href is equal to my style.css in the same folder. And I'm just running this using go live, which is the server extension called live server. In my body tag, I'm just going to add a div. I'm just going to give this div a class called aspect ratio box. And then I'll add another div, which is going to be class is equal to content. And I'll just add an h1 here that says aspect ratio 16:9. So when I run this, I click go live and it's running on port 5501. And you just see my header one that is aspect ratio 16:9. Now what I'm going to want to do is go over to my style.css and I'll just create a simple body tag. I'll just create a simple body tag with some details in it. So just to make it look a little pretty. And then I'll give this a background color of something that's a little bit more noticeable, just like that. So I basically just centered the text, making it look a little bit more modern. And now I'll start playing with the tags that we created. So I will do dot aspect ratio box, just like we created in our HTML. And I want to position it to be relative. And I'll do a width of 80% and a padding top. And the padding top in this case will be 56.25%. It is very specific, but that does give it that 16:9 aspect ratio. And the background color will be something pretty green. And now as for the content that we created, so in our div class content, I am going to do a dot aspect ratio box and then add dot content, open up the curly brackets and do a position of absolute, top and left 0, a width and height of 100%, a display of flex and a justify content and align item center, and I'll do the color white. And now this is just going to center my text back in the middle. And another thing I want to do is for my H1, I just want to do a margin of 0. So let's go over the CSS a bit. So we set the body's font display properties for centering, height, margin, and background color. The aspect ratio box has a relative position and a width of 80% of its container. And the padding top is set to 56.25%, which is a percentage equivalent to the 16:9 aspect ratio. And this padding top technique is a popular way to maintain the aspect ratio. Then next, we wanted to style our content class inside the aspect ratio box to be absolutely positioned, filling the entire area. We center the content using Flexbox and set the text color to white. And finally, the H1 element inside the content has no margins, ensuring it stays centered. And that's it. With just a few lines of CSS, we created a responsive container. So if I were to double click and drag this, you'll see that the aspect ratio stays at 16:9, no matter how big it is on the screen. So you'll see that this aspect ratio stays at 16:9, no matter how big it is on the screen. And now you've learned how to maintain an aspect ratio using CSS. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more tutorials like this, subscribe to my channel and check out the links in the description below to join our Discord community and the Patreon. Thanks for watching. Happy coding.